Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your Raw results, and birthdays are from April 1st, Tyson Tomko, he was born 1976. Randy Orton, he was born 1980. April 2nd, Sawyer Fulton, he was born 1990. And this is your Raw episode from April 2nd. Also, congratulations to Mike and Maria Kannelis on the arrival of their first child. Yeah, they're going as Maria's last name, not Bennett. And the first child is a baby girl named Frederica Moon. They announced their arrival on Monday with the announcement as Maria and Mike welcome their daughter Frederica Moon. Do you feel the power of love? You should, because SmackDown superstars Maria and Mike welcomed their first child into their loving family. Their daughter, Frederica Moon, arrived this morning weighing 6 pounds. Mom and baby are both doing great. And I think there's a... Yeah, at this link, you can see that they welcome their new addition to the kannelis family, as they also had their baby shower. This is the WrestleMania 34 Go Home edition of Raw from Atlanta, and will be all hands on deck with many superstars in attendance. PW Insider reported that Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe were also there. Backstage, R-Truth, who has been out of action since October 2017 with an elbow injury. Also, Alicia Fox, who has been out since the Royal Rumble weekend with a broken tailbone, are also backstage. Also, WWE announced that this week will be multiple tournaments held at WrestleMania 34 Access in New Orleans, with talents in action from WWE UK, the Mae Young Classic, WWE NXT 205 Live, and various other indie promotions. You can read the full announcement on the Access Invitational Tournament, with a breakdown of what will be held each day. And I'm going to read what the brackets for the tournaments. Here's a UK title invitational, and show you a picture of that as well. First round, Lio Rush versus Buddy Murphy, and that's for Thursday, scheduled at 6 to 8 p.m. Lince Dorado versus Raul Mendoza, Friday from 5 to 7. Dan Matha versus Drew Gulak, Thursday from 8 to 10. Mark Andrews versus Zach Gibson, Friday from 7 to 9. Semifinals, Lio Rush or Buddy Murphy versus Lince Dorado or Raul Mendoza, Saturday from 8 to 10. Dan Matha or Drew Gulak versus Mark Andrews or Zach Gibson, Saturday from 1 to 3. So I guess these are 2-hour matches. Finals, Rush or Buddy Murphy or Lince Dorado or Raul Mendoza versus Dan Matha or Drew Gulak or Mark Andrews or Zach Gibson, Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. Title match to be determined versus WWE UK champion Pete Dunne from Sunday 10 a.m. to 12 noon. North American title invitation, show you a picture of that. First round, Fabian Aichner versus Jason Kincaid from Thursday to 6 to 8 p.m. Akira Tozawa versus Kona Reeves, Thursday 8 to 10 p.m. Chris Dijak, formerly known as Donovan Dijak from Ring of Honor, versus Area DeVary. You all know him from 205 Live. And that match is from Friday 5 to 7. Hideo Itami from 205 Live versus Wolfgang. Don't know where he's from. I've heard his name somewhere in Germany once. That match is scheduled from Friday at 7 to 9 p.m. Semifinals, Fabian Aichner or Jason Kincaid versus Akira Tozawa or Kona Reeves. And that match is Saturday, 8 to 10 a.m. Chris Dijak or Area DeVary versus Hideo Itami or Wolfgang, Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. Finals, Fabian Aichner or Jason Kincaid or Akira Tozawa or Kona Reeves versus Chris Dijak or Area DeVary or Hideo Itami or Wolfgang, Saturday, 8 to 10 p.m. Title match to be determined versus first ever NXT North American Champion. Crowned at TakeOver, EC3. If you don't know what EC3 is, Ethan Carter III. Yes, he's bringing that character to WWE. Or Ricochet, or Adam Cole, or the Velveteen Dream, or Lars Sullivan, or even Killian Dane. NXT Tag Team Title Invitational. Show you a picture of that. First round, Trent Seven and Tyler Bate versus Tito Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Street Profits versus Cesar Bonini and Adrian Jowd. Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m. Sanity versus Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler. That's Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. TM61 versus One Lorcan and Danny Burch. And that match can be seen at, you're going to the event Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Semifinals, Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, or Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss versus the Street Profits, or Cesar Bononi and Adrian Jowd. Saturday, 8 to 10 a.m. Sanity or Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler versus TM61 or One Lorcan and Danny Burch. That match from 10 a.m. to noon on Saturday. The finals, Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, or Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss, or the Street Profits, or Cesar Bonini and Adrian Jowd versus Sanity, or Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler versus TM61, or One Lorcan and Danny Burch. Title match will be determined versus NXT Tag Team Champions, the Undisputed Era, or Champion after TakeOver. That match can be found Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon. Women's NXT title invitation. Show you a picture of that. First round, Nikki Cross versus Aliyah. That match is Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Dakota Kai versus Lacey Evans. Friday from 5 to 7. Kairi Sane versus Bianca Belair. Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m. Peyton Royce versus Candice LeRae. Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Semifinals, Nikki Cross or Aliyah versus Dakota Kai or Lacey. Now Saturday, 8 to 10 a.m. Kairi Sane or Bianca Belair versus Peyton Royce or Candice LeRae. And that match can be watched at 10 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Finals could be Nikki Cross or Aliyah or Dakota Kai or Lacey Evans versus Kairi Sane or Bianca Belair or Peyton Royce or Candice LeRae on Saturday from 8 to 10 p.m. Title match will be determined versus NXT Women's Champion Ember Moon or Shayna Baszler if she wins a TakeOver. And that match can be found Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon. WrestleMania Sunday. Former WWE Divas Champion Julia Hall pleaded not guilty in Orange County, Florida court on Monday for a DUI case dating back to April 10, 2015. Hall's blood alcohol level was greater than 0.20. After multiple failed attempts to pass a pre-trial diversion program that would have wiped the charge from her record, Hall was allowed to plead no contest to a reduced charge of reckless driving due to alcohol, wet and reckless, and received probation up to 6 months. Hall had some of the DUI fine that she previously paid refunded to her since the charge was now been changed, and new fines costs of $461.25 were imposed. Hall was given credit for what she completed in the PDD program and was given the choice of completing an additional 46 hours of community service or paying another $460 in fines. Hall chose to pay the additional $460, thus ending her imposed probation. And she addressed the recent arrest and unflattering mugshot, "No One Knows My Story," as Hall, who worked on the WWE main roster from 2005 to 2010, has been ordered to attend 2 county-approved DUI school sessions in the next 3 months and was given 12 months to pay any additional costs or fines from Monday's hearing that Monday's hearing created. If she does all that, her case will be closed. But the reckless driving charge remain on her record. Hall was also given permission to travel for work, so her announced appearances at WrestleCon and the Shenanigans Party in New Orleans this week, as well as Warriors of Wrestling, Comic Book Jones in New York, and George's Card and Collectibles in Pennsylvania, the following weekend should be unaffected. WWE has yet to officially announce Braun Strowman's tag team partner against Raw Tag Team Champions The Bar at WrestleMania this Sunday. Several names have been rumored for the role, including Elias, Big Cass, Samoa Joe, and even Rey Mysterio. The other name has been rumored is Strowman's old partner, Wyatt family member, Bray Wyatt, as they are traveling buddies. And Wyatt recently lost the final deletion match against Matt Hardy and hasn't appeared on TV since. Although he has been doing angles with Hardy at live events, it's been rumored that Wyatt will be repackaged when he returns. Wyatt is currently not booked for WrestleMania and has not been named as a participant in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Strowman posted a photo of himself at this link traveling to New Orleans with Wyatt. As it should be noted that Strowman and Wyatt are close friends. And Strowman has said that the posts that he makes on his personal Instagram are not storyline related. Nikki Bella will be running the Ninja Warrior obstacle course for Celebrity Ninja Warrior for Red Nose Day on Thursday, May 24th, as part of NBC's 4th annual Red Nose Day celebration. Full details on the promotion. Derek Hall, Neo, Nikki Bella, and more take on an obstacle course on Celebrity Ninja Warrior for Red Nose Day to raise money for their charity. Campaigns. Iconic Red Noses go on sale today, April 2nd, exclusively at Walgreens and Dwayne Reed locations nationwide. The Red Nose Day campaign has raised over $100 million since 2015 to help end child poverty. And I will show you some of the previous Red Noses from last year. Finn Balor, some of the New Day characters. WWE just announced that Road Dogg Brian James will be inducting Double J, Jeff Jarrett, the J-E, Double F, J-A, Double R-E, Double T, into the WWE Hall of Fame during WrestleMania 34 weekend in New Orleans. As noted before, Paul Heyman will induct headliner Bill Goldberg, while Molly Holly will induct Ivory. Christian and Hall of Famer Edge will induct the Dudleys, and Dana Warrior will present the Warrior Award to Jarius Robertson. No word yet on who will induct Mark Henry, Ken Rock, and Hillbilly Jim. Well, I did find out for Hillbilly Jim, I think it was Jimmy Mouth of the South. And probably I'm going to predict Triple H for Ken Rock. Big Show, Mark Henry. If you watch my previous videos, you'll know. Here's an announcement on Road Dogg and Double J reuniting. Road Dogg to induct Double J into the WWE Hall of Fame. Road Dogg was at ringside for some of Double J's biggest triumph inside the square circle, so it's only right that he be the person to induct Double J into the WWE Hall of Fame during the 2018 induction ceremony on Friday, April 6th, during WrestleMania 34 week. Road Dogg arrived himself in WWE in 1994, then known as a roadie, acting as Jarrett's gopher as he tried to use WWE to springboard to country music stardom, or superstardom. The addition to taking care of Double J's music endeavors, Road Dogg wasn't afraid to meddle in Jarrett's affairs in the ring either. That led to the beginning of Road Dogg's in-ring career with WWE, which saw him go on to become a 6-time tag team champion and intercontinental champion. Of course, there's also a musical controversy between the two, as it was also revealed that Road Dogg provided the vocals for Double J's debut single, With My Baby Tonight. What will Road Dogg say when he introduces the 6-time Intercontinental Champion and 4-time WCW Champion for enshrinement into the WWE Hall of Fame? Find out during the 2018 induction ceremony, streaming live on the WWE Network Friday, April 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 Pacific. 7 Central. As seen in this video here, hip-hop duo the Yin Yang Twins were backstage at Monday's Raw in Atlanta. As guests of Mickie James, the Twins talked about their new Left Right Left single with Mickie that was just done. WWE announced that Daniel Bryan, Big Show, Kane, Braun Strowman, and Bray Wyatt for the 50-man Battle Royal Rumble match that will headline the Greatest Rumble event on Friday, April 27th in Saudi Arabia. 1 hour long. Next man comes in every 2 minutes. As noted, this event will feature several surprises, including rumored appearances by The Undertaker and Chris Jericho, which has been confirmed. All main roster titles, which will be defended except for the Raw Women's title and SmackDown Women's title. The event is expected to air live on the WWE Network at noon and is confirmed to air in Saudi Arabia, the UK, and Australia. Updated card for the event: 50-man Royal Rumble match. Daniel Bryan, Kane, Big Show, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, and others. Raw Tag Team title match: Hardys versus The Bar. That hasn't been set up yet, but it's advertised. So here's your spoilers, even for the Superstar Shakeup that's coming up. Ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental title: Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins versus Miz. John Cena versus Triple H. Former WCW announcer Tony Schiavone was in attendance for Monday's Raw in Atlanta, and you can see him at this link here. He's backstage with Jamie Noble and Hall of Famer Arn Anderson. The latest episode of WWE Pop Question with superstars revealing the WrestleMania Dream Matches. Video features Drew Gulak, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Nia Jax, Ariel Daivari, Titus O'Neil, Dana Brooke, and Mandy Rose. Nia chose a singles match with Tamina or Beth Phoenix. Then for a tag team, we're teaming with Tamina versus Natalya and Beth Phoenix. Drew Gulak hesitated. Gallows and Anderson chose Rock and Stone Cold. Ariel Daivari chose his brother. Gulak finally chose Bill Gates. Not even a wrestler. Titus O'Neil chose Batista or The Rock. Well, Batista was one of his best friends. Dana chose Charlotte or Beth Phoenix. Mandy Rose chose Trish Stratus. WWE taped matches in Atlanta for this week's main event. I did not get the results for that. The Revival versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali versus Tony Nese and Ariel Daivari. The final Raw before WrestleMania 34 opened up live from the Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Michael Colesaw welcomed us, also joined in by Corey Graves. Colesaw sends us into the ring with Jonathan Coachman. Coach is in the ring with a podium. He's here to moderate a big face-off for WrestleMania 34. He introduces Raw Commissioner Stephanie McMahon and her husband, Triple H. Out comes the Authority. They hit the ring where there are 2 tables and 4 chairs set up. Coach introduces Raw General Manager Kurt Angle next. Then introduces Ronda Rousey last, and out she comes to join Angle. And they head to the ring together. Coach mentions how we have fan questions from social media for the face-off. Triple H comments on how the deafening roar for Rousey will become a deafening silence after Sunday because of Angle. Triple H goes on about Angle and not being too bright and says Rousey is one of the biggest WWE signings ever, but Angle has ruined it already. Triple H asks why. Rousey interrupts, but Stephanie talks down to her, to Coach. Stephanie wants the first question now. Enough with this back and forth. Rousey says she understands the format, but she wants her question. The back and forth continues between the two sides. Triple H says what Rousey has done in her past means nothing in WWE now. He said WWE is their life from beginning to end, and he's so confident because they know the rules in the ring, but Rousey has no idea what's going to happen. He says there's a massive learning curve here, and they make the rules. Triple H says Rousey is going to lose. Coach asks the first question now for Stephanie. How important is it that they win, and how will that impact the future? Stephanie says it's not if they win, it's when they win. Stephanie says this will show that when there's an uprising in the back, the bosses will quickly shut it down. Stephanie then says Rousey and everyone else in the back will learn to respect authority. Coach asks Angle how he feels about teaming up with Rousey on Sunday. Angle says Rousey is the baddest woman on the planet, ring or octagon, and she will prove it this weekend by making Stephanie tap out. Coach asks if they have any final thoughts. Stephanie tells Rousey to remember she chose this path. It's all on her. Stephanie says Rousey's first entry into the WWE record book will be a loss, and we all know how Rousey handles losing. Rousey asks if Stephanie is right or left-handed. Stephanie answers and asks why. Because Rousey wants to make sure that she can still sign her paychecks after she rips her arm off. Fan chat yes, and Coach says this is a good time to end the Q&A, but first we have to do the photo op. Coach says this will be classy and professional, not out of hand like in boxing or UFC. Coach wishes them all the best and good luck. The two teams meet in the middle of the ring for the photo op now. Angle and Triple H shake hands while Rousey and Stephanie stare each other down. Stephanie extends her hand, but Rousey won't shake. Stephanie talks trash and points her finger. Rousey steps up to her. They face off, and Angle gets in between them. Triple H decks Angle from behind with a mic. Rousey grabs Triple H by his collar. Stephanie comes from behind and puts Rousey through a table as fans boo. Stephanie talks trash while Rousey is down. Stephanie points up at the WrestleMania 34 sign as Triple H's music hits. We go to replays. Triple H and Stephanie kiss on the apron before heading to the back for more boos. Coleslaw leads us to a quick look at Daniel Bryan's ring return to WrestleMania 34 as the Authority stands tall on the stage till the come segment with The Undertaker answering John Cena's challenge. Also, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. We see Bayley walking backstage. We go to commercial. Bayley versus Sonya Deville is up next. Back for the break. Bayley is at ringside, getting a look at the trophy for the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Absolution is already out. Sonya and Bayley lock up as Paige and Mandy Rose watch from ringside. Back and forth start. Bayley takes control and hits a crossbody. Bayley goes back to a headlock and hits another takedown to keep Deville grounded. Deville turns it around with shoulder thrust in the corner. Bayley turns it around in the corner. Deville runs into an elbow and gets taken down by the arm for a 2 count. Bayley focuses on the arm now. Deville takes control, but Bayley fights back and drops Deville in the corner. Deville gets aggressive and turns it back around. Deville drops Bayley and trash talks again, and back to commercial. Back from the break, Deville continues to dominate. Deville with a spine buster and a 2 count. Deville with more offense, including a big running knee to the face. Bayley finally fights back and goes to the top. Bayley nails a crossbody, but doesn't make the pin. Bayley with a running knee to the face. Deville goes to the floor for a breather, and Paige with Paige and Rose. Bayley follows, but it backfires, and Deville turns it around and brings it back in. Bayley drops Deville over the second rope and covers for a 2 count. Rose gets on the apron, but Bayley knocks her off. Deville with a 2 count off the distraction. Bayley comes right back with a roll up for the win. After the bell rang, Rose immediately hits the ring and Bayley gets double teamed. Sasha runs down and takes out Rose, but Deville grabs Banks. Banks fights back and Rose gets sent to the floor. Bayley and Banks team up to send Deville out of the ring. Banks and Bayley have some words as Banks demands her arm is raised by Bayley for making the save. A brawl breaks out between Banks and Bayley. Rose and Deville come back in and take them out. Absolution leaves with their arms in the air as the referee checks on Bayley and Banks. So to come segment, a look at Asuka's streak. Back to commercial. Back from the break, we get a video package on Asuka. Announcers sent congratulations to Maurice and WWE Intercontinental Champion The Miz on their early arrival of their daughter. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins was up next. We go to the ring. Out first comes Balor. Back to commercial. Back from the break, out comes The Miz to join the announcer on the commentary. Seth Rollins is out next as JoJo does the introduction. Bell rings and they lock up, trading holds in the middle of the ring. They trade takedowns to face off in the middle of the ring. again as the fans cheer. Balor takes control and keeps Rollins grounded. Rollins floors Balor with a shoulder. Rollins takes Balor down and keeps him down with a headlock. Rollins with a 1 count. Balor able to hip toss it as he makes a comeback. Balor keeps Rollins grounded now. Rollins drops Balor with a shoulder, but they trade counters and stand off once again as the fans cheer on. Back to commercial. More back and forth after the match. They meet in the middle of the ring and they shove each other. They look up at the WrestleMania sign. They start unloading on each other next. Rollins sends Balor out to the floor and follows. They trade shots, but Rollins gets the upper hand and brings it back in the ring. Balor sends Rollins right back to the floor and then drop kicks him off the apron. Balor with a big kick to the mouth from the apron. Balor poses on the apron as a fan cheer. Balor brings Rollins back into the ring for a quick pin attempt. Balor with a kick to the back and a 2 count. Balor with chops in the corner. Rollins catches Balor running and sends him face first into the turnbuckles. Rollins goes up and hits a blockbuster for a 2 count. Rollins with an elbow to the top of the head as he keeps Balor grounded on the mat. We cut to a Shinsuke Nakamura vs. AJ Styles promo while Rollins and Balor are seen in a similar window in the lower left corner of the screen. The match goes back to full size as Rollins hits a neck breaker. Rollins goes to the floor and hits a running boot to the head. Rollins returns to the ring for the 2 count. Balor fights back as they trade shots in the middle of the ring now. They trade counters. Rollins runs to a boot to the corner. Balor mounts some offense. Rollins reverses it and turns it around, but he can't hit the blockbuster. Balor counters and goes for a move, but Rollins counters and rolls him up for a 2. Balor drops Rollins, gets a 2 count. Balor waits for Rollins to get up. Rollins counters the move and it hits the slinging blade. Rollins then runs the ropes and nails a suicide dive to the floor, sending Balor back into the barrier. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and they're going at it. They both go down as Rollins hits a big super kick. Rollins gets an arm on Balor for a 2 count. Fans chant, "This is awesome now." Rollins charges in the corner, but misses the second time. Balor drops Rollins with a kick. Balor goes to the top for the coup de grace, but Rollins cuts him off and crushes him. Rollins climbs up for a superplex, but Balor knocks him down to the mat. Rollins runs back up and nails a big superplex. Rollins holds it and rolls him up for a close 2 count. But Rollins argues with the referee, thinks he got the 3 count. Rollins with a knee and then another close 2 count. Rollins positions Balor, goes to the top again. Rollins leaps for the frog splash, but Balor got his knees up. Balor with a 2 count. Rollins goes to the floor, and Balor waits on the apron. Balor goes for the running kick on the apron, but Rollins grabs the leg. Rollins goes for a powerbomb on the barrier, but Balor slides out and drops Rollins on the floor with a sling blade for himself. Balor drop kicks Rollins into the barrier. Balor brings it back in the ring and goes up top. Rollins avoids the coup de grace but misses the blackout curve shot. More back and forth as Rollins nails the blackout for the win. Seth Rollins wins the match. After the match, Rollins stands tall as the music hits. Miz raises the title at the announce table and talks trash towards the ring. Rollins climbs up in the corner to stare back at Miz as we go to replays. We get a look back at tonight's segment with Angle, Rousey, Triple H, and Stephanie. The announcers go over WrestleMania 34 card. Back from the break, we get a promo for the WWE Universal title match at WrestleMania 34. Paul Heyman's backstage on the phone when Kurt Angle walks up. Heyman hangs up, and Angle tells him how important it is to make sure a WrestleMania main event stays intact. Heyman says they will go out to the ring tonight, but they will take it easy and save anything controversial on Roman Reigns for Sunday in the ring. Angle mentions being concerned for Brock Lesnar, and Heyman laughs in his face. Angle just asks Heyman to keep it simple tonight. Heyman says he and his client will take that into consideration. They thank each other, and Angle walks off with Heyman laughing. We go to the ring. Out comes Raw Tag Team Champions, The Bar. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Cesaro is in the ring with Sheamus. They're not worried about who Braun Strowman's partner for Sunday is because they'll never be a real team and they'll never get the Raw Tag Team titles. They go on, but the music interrupts and out comes Braun. Braun speaks from the stage and reveals he has a partner. Braun says his partner doesn't appreciate what the Bar has been saying. Cesaro calls the partner out. Braun says he will come out, but he wants a match with one of them. Fan chant, "Yes, now." Sheamus accepts the challenge. Braun says good. He'll go to the back and get the partner. Braun stops and warns the Bar that his partner is a lot like him, just a little different. Braun heads to the back while the Bar awaits. Braun's music hits, and out comes Braun with a different shirt and a pair of glasses. My brother's Braun, but I'm Brains. I'm coming to knock yours out of your head. This must be Braun's twin brother. He marches to the ring. The Bar attacks Braun, but he fights him off. Sheamus nails a road kick, and they double team Braun now. Braun fights out again and launches Cesaro across the ring. The Bar retreats as Braun stands tall and yells at them to bring it. Braun's music hits as he motions for the titles around his waist, and he points up at the WrestleMania sign. Kozlov sends us to a Shattered Dream for production video from Goldust, who confirms himself for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at Royal Rumble at the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 34. We cut to Matt Hardy's response. The Woken One cuts a promo on winning the Battle Royal and says Goldust is scheduled for deletion later on tonight. We go to commercial. And that match is up next. Matt Hardy versus Goldust. Back to the race. Match is underway. Matt decks Goldust to get things started. Matt plays for the crowd, but Goldust turns around and sends him shoulder first into the ring post. Goldust rocks Matt with a right hand and works him over with stomps. Goldust catches Hardy with a spine buster for a 2 count. Matt turns around and does the delete shots into the turnbuckle in the corner. Matt keeps control and ducks clothesline to hit the side effect for a 2 count. Goldust counters and nails a power slam for a 2 count. Goldust goes to the second rope and poses. Goldust drops an elbow from the top, but Matt moves out of the way. Fan chant delete, but Goldust counters the twist of fate with a roll up for a 2 count. Matt comes back and hits the twist of fate for the pinfall. After the match, Matt stands tall as the music hits as he goes to ringside and praises the trophy for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Still to come segment. An exclusive sit-down interview with Renee Young and Nia Jax. We cut backstage to Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, who are taking shots at how Jax looks. They also joke on her weight, and Bliss says Jax will be blubbering in her blubber. After Bliss retains on Sunday, also tonight, will The Undertaker answer John Cena? Back to commercial. Back to the ring, out comes John Cena to the ring. Fans sing their old version of the theme song. As normal. Cena says we're out of time and there's no answer. So he was wrong. Cena says silence means no in this situation. Cena says he did all he could to make it happen, but now he's going to WrestleMania 34 as a fan. Cena brings up how Michael Cole told him he should just enter the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Cena says that's not going to happen. He talks about some of his recent big losses and says he would be taking a spot from a full-time WWE superstar that has busted his butt all year for it. He called out The Undertaker for a last chance WrestleMania moment. One reason, because it would be a match where no one else got held back. Just two larger-than-life superstars duking it out at WrestleMania. Cena says it seemed perfect, but things do change. He says his life's drastically changed 1 year ago today. He sends a message to Nikki Bella and says he will come home soon. Cena says maybe this WrestleMania is one for a change. Fans start chanting Taker's name. Cena hopes Taker hears the fans, but he's not sure if he does. Cena's going to WrestleMania as a fan, and he's dang proud of that. He mentions Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, Daniel Bryan finally returning to the ring, AJ Styles, and even Rusev and Elias. Cena says he's generally proud of all the women's matches at WrestleMania because that division continually proves that success is not based on gender. Cena announces again that he is going to WrestleMania as a fan, and he's proud of that. Cena wants to take a second to apologize about The Undertaker. He tried everything to summon The Undertaker as the fans in each city. Cena gets the Atlanta crowd to try and get Taker to respond next. Cena gets them to try again, but louder this time if they want the lightning. Cena calls them to try again. So loud that Taker hears them from Death Valley. The crowd goes wild, but there's no Taker. Fans start chanting Taker's name now. Fans boo when Taker does not appear. Cena tells Taker that's 4 weeks straight of an entire audience pouring their hearts out for him, and he does not have the decency to do anything. Cena goes on and says Taker can ignore him all he wants, but the second he ignores the people, he becomes a dead man walking. Cena says it's obvious that Taker left his hat in the ring, but it's clear to everyone here that he also left his balls at home. Cena plays to the crowd some more, and his fans chant his name. Cena's music hits, and he leaves the ring. Cena shakes his head in disappointment as he marches down the ramp. We got another look at tonight's opening segment with Ronda Rousey, Angle, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon. Announcers then plugged WrestleMania 34 on the WWE Network. Back for the break, Kurt Angle walked up on Roman backstage. Angle already has one WrestleMania match, not happening, Cena versus Taker, and doesn't need another. He brings up how Paul Heyman has promised not to entice things tonight. This leads to Reigns threatening to hit the ring if they say one wrong thing tonight. Reigns doesn't care about Angle's peace treaty. Reigns tells Angle to take the peace treaty to the same pawn shop he took his Olympic gold medals to as Reigns storms off. We go to the ring and JoJo introduces Elias, who has a spotlight on his guitar. Elias plays some and asks who wants to walk with him. Elias talks about everyone wanting to walk with him after WrestleMania on Sunday and brags about another sold-out crowd singing his name tonight. Elias starts ripping on the Atlanta crowd next. Elias says he has the greatest performance of a lifetime scheduled for WrestleMania, but right now he has a song, so he needs everyone to silence their phones, hold their applause, and shut their mouths. Music interrupts. Out comes Heath Slater with Rhino. And we get Elias versus Heath Slater. They lock up, and Elias takes it to the corner. Elias floors Slater with a big clothesline. Elias charges in the corner, but Slater moves. Slater mounts offense now and gets a small little pop for the crowd. Elias comes right back with a knee to the jaw and then to drift away for an easy win. After the match, Elias stands tall as his arm is raised. Elias points up at the WrestleMania sign. So it comes segment. Exclusive interview with Nia Jax. Back commercial. Back from the break, Braun Strowman is walking backstage. He sees Kurt Hawkins wearing a Pick Me Braun t-shirt. Hawkins wants to be Braun's partner at WrestleMania 34 to help with his win-loss record. But Braun isn't interested. Braun grabs Hawkins and throws him into a wall. Announcers plug WrestleMania week programming. We go to Renee Young sit-down interview with Nia Jax. Jax talks about how she's disappointed. She's disappointed in herself for how Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss has gotten over on her, made her doubt herself. Jax says some of the comments from Bliss took a toll on her and hurt some of her confidence, but she took a look in the mirror and told herself that she doesn't take crap. She's strong, she's confident, she's different, and also big. But she loves who she is. This is how God made her and what her mom gave her. Jax goes on and has a message for Bliss. She's nothing but an insecure little girl, a pathetic fly, and Jax will squash her like a bug at WrestleMania. Mickey and Alexa Bliss versus Asuka and Dana Brooke. We go to ring. Out comes first Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss with Mickey. That's commercial. Back from the break. Out comes Dana Brooke. Asuka's out next. Dana and Bliss start things off. Treading holds and holding and going at it. Dana works on the arm, but Bliss decks her with the right hand. Dana with a cartwheel into the corner. Dana scoots Bliss on her shoulders, but Bliss slides out and drops her with a shot to the neck. Mickey tags in and takes over on Dana. Dana rolls Mickey up for a 2 count. Fans are chanting for Asuka, but Mickey mocks them and keeps control of Dana. Dana fights back and rams Mickey into the corner with a shoulder thrust. Mickey then sends Dana down and kicks her in the face. Mickey taunts Asuka, bringing her into the ropes, but the referee backs her off. Mickey keeps control of Dana and stops her from tagging. Dana comes right back and scoop slams Mickey. Dana lands on Mickey's knees and loses control of the match once again as we return to commercial. Back from the break, Oscar waits for a tag, but Mickey has Dana grounded. Mickey breaks the hold and stomps on Dana as Bliss cheers her on. Mickey with another headlock on the mat. Dana fights up and out, but Mickey drops her with a knee to the gut. Bliss tags in and slaps Dana to the mat. Bliss talks some trash and kicks Dana in the ribs. Bliss keeps control and covers for a 2 count. Bliss keeps Dana grounded with a headlock. Oscar waits for a tag. Dana fights up and out of the hold again. Bliss decks her and tries to tag out, but Dana hits a suplex. Oscar and Mickey tag in at the same time as the fans are cheering. Oscar unloads and hits a hip attack. Oscar with a kick now. Oscar with a hip attack to knock Bliss out off the apron. Mickey tries to retreat, but Oscar nails a sliding kick from the apron. Oscar brings him back in the ring, and Mickey drops her with a super kick for a close 2 count. Mickey mounts Oscar and shows some frustration. Mickey plays the crowd and gets booed. Mickey goes for the top, but is forced to land on her feet. As Oscar comes from behind and drops Mickey into the Oscar lock for the win. After the bell, Oscar's music hits, but Bliss attacks her from behind. Mickey and Alexa double team Oscar. Dana comes in for the save, but they double team her as well. Bliss grabs Oscar again, but the music hits. Out comes Nia Jax, rushing to the ring. Jax grabs Bliss, but Mickey hits her from behind. Bliss escapes the ring, but Jax slams Mickey to the mat and then splashes her in the corner. Jax with a big Samoan drop to Mickey as Bliss watches from the stage with her title. Jax stands tall and stares Bliss down as the music hits. Kurt Angle stops Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman backstage, begging them not to do anything drastic again tonight. Heyman says he's going to talk positive about his client's opponent. Trust him. We go to a break. Back in the break, out comes the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman. They hit the ring as other Raw superstars will fill the ramp and face the backstage area to wait for a potential Roman Reigns run-in. Heyman takes the mic and rips Angle for not having control. Heyman does a grand introduction for his client and brags on how Lesnar ended the Undertaker streak a few years back. Heyman said that the 2 of the superstars who have win over the Undertaker will clash in the WrestleMania main event on Sunday. Heyman admits Reigns deserves some respect, but the truth is Lesnar will hit the F5 and pin Reigns on Sunday. That's not a problem. It's a spoiler. It's the truth. Heyman asks if somehow Lesnar gets hurt and does lose on Sunday, then it's the last time we will see Lesnar and Heyman on Raw. Heyman says he will save his own goodbyes for social media, but Lesnar will be saying hello to us from UFC. Heyman goes on and mentions how Lesnar doesn't think one guy in the back can shine his boots or hold his jock. Heyman goes on with the praise for Lesnar and says Reigns' only choice is to accept defeat on Sunday night. Heyman says Reigns' options are just like his butt. They are owned by Brock Lesnar. Heyman says Reigns will have to go home to his family on Sunday and admit he got victimized and conquered by Lesnar. Heyman says Reigns isn't the biggest dog against Lesnar, and this isn't his yard. Reigns will just be another notch on Lesnar's title belt. Heyman says the truth is that Reigns is just Lesnar's B-word. Music hit, out comes Reigns to the stage. Reigns walks down the ramp with other Raw superstars getting in the way. Reigns tries to walk through them, but they're not letting him. Mainly the Bar and Titus O'Neil. Lesnar raises the title in the ring and taunts Reigns. Reigns just says that Reigns raises the title. Okay. Reigns asks if the full-time talents are really going to protect the part-time bastard. Reigns tells him to think about it. They step to the side and fans cheer. Reigns tosses the mic and marches to the ring as Lesnar waits. Lesnar warns Reigns, and Reigns stares at him from ringside. Some fan, let's go Roman now. Reigns walks up the ring steps, stares at Lesnar from the top, from the apron now. Reigns enters the ring and Lesnar drops the title. They stare each other down until Lesnar slides out of the ring to booze. Lesnar grabs the title and laughs at Reigns. Lesnar grabs a steel chair and brings it into the ring. Reigns isn't backing down. Lesnar motions with the chair, but Reigns nails a Superman punch. Then two more. Lesnar stumbles to his feet with the chair, but Reigns drops him again with another big shot. Lesnar stumbles back to his feet again. Reigns nails a fifth Superman punch. Lesnar is flat on his back as Reigns grabs the title and taunts Lesnar with it. Reigns raises the title high to a mixed reaction. Lesnar jumps up and nails the F5 while Reigns is looking up. At the WrestleMania sign, Lesnar grabs the title and retreats to ringside with Heyman. Lesnar holds his head high and marches up the ramp as his music plays. Reigns recovers in the ring as Raw goes off the air. Dark segment after Monday's Raw in Atlanta saw Raw Tag Team Champions The Bar come to the ring to attack Roman. John Cena made a save. Cena and Reigns hit the Attitude Adjustment and Spear at the same time to send Cesaro and Sheamus retreating. Then they gave love to the crowd, posing with them, and that ended the show. That ends my results. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters. See you one on Ibia.